In today's video, I'm talking about the three biggest reasons and mistakes that young adults make when moving out on their own for the first time. They're leaving their parents or they're moving out on their own. And I want to make sure that I provide as much help as possible so that it saves you time, effort, money, and most important, saves you headaches and roadblocks. Let's get started. The first thing that I see is a good majority of people, when they decide to leave, it's usually because of an argument, something that they had with their parents or with the people that they live with, and they just get up, get their things, and move out, or they get kicked out because of something they did, some disagreement with the persons they live with, your parents, and the egos come into play, headbutting. You say, I'm out, peace out, I'm out of here, and you figure it out later. Now, I get it. If you're facing some trauma, if you're facing abuse, if you're facing things like that, you don't want to stay in situations like that. But if it's anything else, if it's because, certain rules, things of the house, coming in late, things like that, you want to keep a cool head, level head about that. If you have to apologize, for the meantime, to buy yourself some time and not just leave like that. You want to leave the house through the front door, big doors, on good terms, or at least well and ready for you to be on your own. So the first thing, as I stated, try to avoid any arguments, any sudden blow-ups that, or things that I have built over time, and then all of a sudden one little thing that may seem insignificant causes a blowout, and now you're out on your own and you have to sink or swim. So that's one thing. How do you combat that? Make sure that you have a game plan going. Make sure that you have a strategy, that you have an order of sequence, that you're aligning your ducks, you're putting your ducks in a row. And what do I mean by that? That you have a steady income, that you have credit or you understand how credit works, that you have legal documents that you may need, that you have your social security number, your social security card, things like that. And you have some money saved up and you know how to budget and finance a little bit so that you're able to handle things on your own. So let's not be reactive, let's be proactive, and let's make sure that we're planning things the right way. So that's the first mistake. What's mistake number two? Mistake number two is that you don't have enough money saved up, as I covered a little bit in mistake number one. So you underestimate the cost or what life is out there costing, what inflation is doing to the economy, and you're underestimating the amount of money you may need. And you may have a couple of thousand, $2,000 saved up or something, but you don't realize that unless you have the other factors like the steady income, a source of income, that you have the credit portion and enough money just in case, because life will happen. What if all of a sudden you end up leaving that job, you get fired, you get laid off, you decide to leave, and your next job doesn't hold you up or you don't find something else until 2 months down the line and you are already on your own. Now there's additional pressure of you because you have a contractual agreement. If you're leasing an apartment, you're doing things like that, or you moved somewhere with a friend and you rented a room, now you still have to come up with that plus your regular expenses, plus your food, gas, insurance, entertainment, and things like that, which you're going to have to find out which things you're going to have to cut to try to make do and see if that holds you off long enough until that you can make the payments again. So you want to make sure you get an accurate amount of money saved up. I would say at least 5 to 6 months. You never know. The emergency fund plus additional money to cover expenses, because you never know if you're going to get sick, something may happen, a car breaks down. There's quite a few different things in life that are fast moving, and when you're starting out, any little mishap can get you into a hole quickly. So I want to make sure that you're saving enough money, you're not overspending, you're living below your means, which means have money left over at the end of your check. and at the end of your month, make sure you have some money saved up. Yeah, treat yourself to food, whatever your, vice is to a certain degree, but make sure that you keep it in mind the bigger picture, which is you're moving out, being on your own, being independent, and you're going to have to be self-sufficient with that. So you're going to have that money. So yes, have the plan, have a backup saved up, and you want to make sure that you have enough money that just in case. And the third mistake, which ties to mistake number 2 and number 1, is that your expenses are more than your income and you're not realizing. Sometimes when we're young, and I'm not preaching because I've been there, I wanted to have the cool car. When I was 19, I got a Mustang convertible 5.0, and guess what? I had to save up money. My mom helped me out with that. My mom was gracious enough to buy me my first car. And nowadays, if we fast forward to today, there's a lot more things that you have to pay. A lot more things right now have subscription-based fees that are monthly recurring, like Netflix, Disney Plus, things like that you're paying, YouTube paid subscription, NFL football Sunday ticket, all of those things that you get. And you say, oh, it's only $19, it's only $12, it's only $39.99, it's only $59.99. That's how they make it seem, so that you are able to make that decision that said it's only this, when in reality, you have to look at the global picture and add everything up and say, wait a minute, my expenses are this much, plus my car payment, plus my insurance, plus health insurance, plus my food, plus everything that has to do with the house, like toiletries and everything like that. And those things nobody talks about. So you need to sit down and do a little budget at the beginning of every month. What are your expenses and what is your income? And you have to budget that and make sure that everybody says even it out, but you want to have more money than expenses in that sense, or liabilities. And if not, then you need to start cutting those things down quickly. And I always say this, and you're going to hear me say this, it's not just about cutting costs. It's about expanding and increasing your income as well. You want to cut the cost at first to give you some breathing room, but you also want to figure out another way to get another multiple stream of income, get a promotion, get something that pays you more, and therefore you bring in extra money so that you can put that away and start with the emergency fund, the savings, and now start investing in something for yourself that will bring additional money, additional stream of income for you. But enough talk about that. Those are the main 3 things that I've noticed that I have sons of friends that has happened to. I know a couple of people. Heck, my son even struggled with the first one the first time. And I know that you might know somebody, or if you're going through it, there's no shame in this. There is no shame in asking for help, going back home, restructuring your things, getting a clean slate so that you could get back into the world and do things. The world has evolved. The world has changed. It's so fast moving. And the first thing that I'm going to tell you, especially from me and in this channel, is there's no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone, and I'm here to help you out. And if you have to take a step back or step sideways to take 2, 3, 4, 5 steps forward, then so be it. That's your strategy. I'll be covering more things, more mindset, philosophy, how-tos, budgeting, mindset, as I stated, self-development, motivation, all that within this channel, because it's not just a one-side approach to everything. There's multiple angles to life. There's multiple things that you will need to work out as life skills to develop and improve and go further, faster, hopefully saving you some time and helping you make more money. I'm Dad2XL. Welcome home. Subscribe if this sounds like a plan. If you want to be part of this, have a good one. Dad2XL. Glad you're home. See you on the next video.